All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shallie, JR, and that's just in case you didn't know us. I know everyone on the call tonight, so thank you for sitting in and talking about the compensation plan. So before we started recording and did the official class, we just briefly mentioned this is only going to be about the compensation plan. We can talk the business side in the groups, okay? And we can talk the business side more personally if you need to kind of understand a little bit more in depth about how to get the paycheck. Tonight is all about what the paycheck is, how to earn it. I am going to share screen. So if you are on your video, let's start with this one. And that way you can see what we are talking about, because I know for me, it helps me a little bit. All right, so first thing to get into is acronyms a little bit and what PV is. PV is personal volume or product volume. So as you're purchasing items or you're earning commission on items through Young Living, everything is based off of the PV system. So product volume, every product is assigned a product volume. For the most part, they're dollar to dollar. Some of the other products are not quite dollar to dollar. So this is what you're going to earn off of. Now, Young Living is very, very adamant about us knowing the product, being products of product, and not just being sales. So this is about, relationships, and the reason for that is because of that. If you genuinely use something and you love it and you share, then you're not just being salesy. So in order to earn commissions, you must have a minimum of 50 PV. Now that will not earn you everything. Do you want me to do all of this? Okay, so 50 PV will earn you the Fast Start bonus, the Starter Kit bonus or Start Living Kit bonus, and then customer earnings. All right, but you're going to miss a lot of the different bonuses, and as you get higher in Young Living, the generational. We can briefly touch on some of the generational stuff that like Silvers earn, but for the most part, this talk is really directed toward executive and below. All right, so 50 PV Fast Start bonus, that is 25% of the person you enrolled order for the first 3 months. So if somebody orders for 3 months from the get-go, you're going to get 25% on those orders. All right. The Start Living Kit bonus is $25 on the Premium Starter Kit. Any of the Premium Starter Kits, so the Makeup, the Thieves, the Ningxia, the Sleek. Do not forget the Sleek, okay? And then obviously the Essential Oil Kit that comes with the diffuser. So this is where we say you earn the $50 when somebody buys their kit, is because between that Fast Start bonus and the Start Living Kit bonus. And then customer earnings, 24% on those. Yes, questions?
I don't have a question, but are you meaning for us to look at a graphic? Because right now we're looking at the folder and we're looking at a lot of different graphics.
Yeah, so this 50 PV, the tale of two paychecks, can you guys see that?
No, so it's not popped up on our screen as a full graphic. And I think that's what you want.
Yes, I do. So thank you. Let me see. I have a lot of stuff open on my computer. So let me see if I can't help this out a little bit better. I don't think it's going to let us do what we want, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I love Macs.
Shush. He's been making fun of my Mac for a couple months now, and he's blaming the Mac. All right. Basically, I will post these all in the class, so if you want to see them. Basically, what it is it's two charts off of the two paychecks. So 50 PV versus the 100 PV. All right. Let's see if this works. And this is I'm just pulling up the income disclosure because that's going to be a little more in depth. Can you guys see the income disclosure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for the 100 PV, the big key on that, does that go away? Are you guys good? You guys can still see the screen share? Okay, because I moved it. So for the 100 PV, you are going to get, if your order is 100 PV, you're going to get the Fast Start bonus, the Start Living Kit bonus, customer earnings, and then on top of that, the unilevel commissions. So 8%, 5%, 4%, 3%. Okay, you get paid through 5 generations, so it's 5 people down from you. Then the Rising Star bonus, which we're going to talk about in a second, generations and generation leadership bonuses. So I really, really highly encourage everyone to be ordering 100 every single month. That way you do not miss out on potential income. And it does add up. So, I mean, I'd hate to see you miss out on your bonuses. And on top of that, I think it's really important to mention that your leadership gets bonuses based off of that. So they're probably helping you build your business, help them earn their bonuses also. And we can get really creative. If you're struggling ordering 100 PV every month, we can get really creative and help you achieve that. All right. You want to get into the income disclosure, Jay? I know you really like talking about this one.
Go ahead, you do that one. I'll do the Rising Star.
You want me to talk? Okay. So let's real quick, before we talk like some of the different bonuses, the income disclosure. So this is the 2016 income disclosure that I pulled up. And this is based off of monthly earnings. This isn't yearly earnings. A lot of times when I've sat down with people, they're like, wow, a star only earns $900 a year. And I'm like, no, that's monthly. Thank you. So as a distributor, average income is $1. Okay, as a distributor, that's really zero. I don't even know really how that's calculated in, because you need to have other things with earning money. So star. And I really like the other income disclosures just before I go into explain it. So pull up some of the other ones that are prior, like 2013, 2015 ones, because they have average hours per week worked. All right, as a star, you're going to have a 500 PV. Your average income is going to be about $60 a month. Okay, that's your paycheck. That 500 actually isn't PV, I should say. It should be your OGV. It's everyone underneath you, including your order. Senior star is a 2,000 OGV. Your average paycheck is $240. So if you're like me, when you were first kind of starting out and you were a senior star, you are now having your oils paid for. And that's a lot of people's goals. So that's really exciting. I know for a lot of people, they get their oil order paid for, then it's free. Executive. So the key with executive is, and this is where it's really important to build your team the way you're supposed to, okay? I don't know why I'm having to approve people, but it's really important to build your team the way you're supposed to, because at executive, your OGV is 4,000, but you need to have 2 people. So you're reaching down, you're helping people out. You need to have 2 people at 1,000 each. The average paycheck for executive is $500. I know for us at executive, that was kind of a game changer.
Yeah.
That was for us. We're like, wow, we're paying. So I was starting to, what we did was we paid our $300 a month order. We were getting what we needed. We spent about 300 PV a month. And then that other $200 was going towards credit card and then helping to pay his truck down, which we just recently completely paid his truck off. He has a huge diesel $2,500 truck that was like really expensive. All right, so that $500 really for us was life-changing. And these numbers really honestly have been kind of spot on for us and what we've noticed. So as an executive, as I was maintaining and growing, my average paycheck was about $800, okay, until we started getting a lot closer to silver. And so at silver, the average paycheck is $2,200. And that is pretty spot on. Elaine, can you say that's pretty spot on for you also?
It is now that I'm kind of in the middle. When I first hit silver, I was closer to like 12 to 1,500 most months.
Yeah. And that's a really good thing. You know, it's the same what I said with executive. So that median and then the average, you kind of got to look at that. So you really have to be hitting silver, maintaining silver to hit those averages. And then same with gold. You know, we can't wait to hit gold because the median is that 4,800, which our paycheck is starting to creep closer to that versus where we were, you know, when we first hit silver. So we are seeing our paycheck grow, but I can't wait for that average for a gold paycheck, $6,000 a month. You know, that would be fantastic. It would really help our family. Personally, for us, our family, for JR to retire, we need the platinum, which is the $15,000 a month. There are people worldwide here in the US that don't even make that in a year. So for me, that's pretty fantastic. And then as it goes up, Diamond averages $39,000 a month. Crown Diamond is $74,000 a month. Royal Crown Diamond is $152,000 a month. And those are the averages I'm reading off. I'm not reading like lowest, highest, median. And I mean, if you look at the Royal Crown Diamond, still $58,000 a month, which is the lowest Royal Crown Diamond. I mean, we could completely live off of that. We could meet our tithing goals. We could meet every single one of our goals, basically. So money in the hands of good people does good things. Does anybody have any questions about the income disclosure? We're good? Okay.
Actually, one thing that I like to show people, because a lot of people can get discouraged with this business, is the average months it takes to hit those ranks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, if they are truly working towards the business, they're hitting those ranks actually even faster than the average. And so I like to encourage people that they're still doing really well, and look at the averages, and even if you're just meeting those, you're going to diamond in what, I can't see it because the 9 years or something like that. So
yeah, no, that's a really good point. I mean, there was a couple of different panels that I've sat in on different conventions, and one person was talking about how it took them 12 years to hit Royal Crown Diamond. And I'm like, honestly, if you look at corporate America, white collar jobs, the amount of growth in network marketing and specifically Young Living is way higher than any other job. Most people talk about getting $1 an hour raise. A $3 an hour raise would be huge for someone who works hourly. And then on salaries, I think your salary is 1%?
1.9.
1.9% is what JR for the active duty Army, he spent 17 years in the Army, at this point will get a raise per year. So for looking at those ranks and months to achieve, you're definitely going to get that return if you keep working on it. All right. Let's see if this works. If you guys don't see it, but we're going to talk. Okay. No, I have to pull it up. See if you guys can see this. If you can't, I'll have to do it a different way. We're trying something different. Can you guys see the Rising Star pool bonus graphic?
No.
Okay. Let me. I was trying to be slick, and that's always what happens when you're trying to be slick. Can you see it now?
Oh.
Okay. Don't mind my messy background. All right. So this is one that JR really likes to break down and discuss, and it's really important as business strategy, but also when it comes to our paychecks.
Okay, so the Rising Star bonus, like Shelly said, I look into this and I actually dig through the team and I see, oh, this person missed it by this much, or if they did this, they'd have this, or, reach out and try to find that extra, 1 share for the first time people, and maybe how to grow to 2 or 3 shares of the Rising Star bonus. Now, the Rising Star bonus is not set, if you read on top, it's based off 1% of the commissionable sales. I can tell you since we started getting it, it seems to be right around $50 every month. Now that is not an official number, but that's what we've seen. So you can see that's 1 share at 50. The next jump, you add 2 more shares, so that's 150, and then you get a total. If you get all 7 legs, that's at 6 shares or a $300 bonus a month. And so when we're looking at the income disclosure, how does someone get up to those dollar amounts and the executive level? Well, they get it through the Rising Star team bonus. You're not going to get it. Well, you may get it with just the unit level, but you're going to definitely grow your income faster with the Rising Star team bonus. So as you can see, you are eligible up to 7 legs. This is anywhere from star to executive. Once you start, there is a total number of months you can do it. Was it 12? Elaine? Do you know?
24?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it was more than 12 because we got it more than 12.
24.
Is it 24? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's only good for 24 months, so it kind of encourages you to grow to silver. But as you can see, just off the bat, you need to have 3 legs set at 300 OGV, which is that total leg group volume, and each one of those has to have 100 ER order. So, you need to identify your leaders early, or people that are willing to at least continue to order and build under them. You don't need to be any wider than 3 and until you hit those 300, and maybe even never go wider than 3, because if you look up until you hit gold, you only need 3 legs, at the silver level. Mm-hmm. So get those 3 legs identified first, get 3 people on ER, and start sharing with them and growing their business for them if they're not quite on board yet, or even, if they are on board, great, grow with them. Once you get those 3 at 300, or, steadily at 300, and you earn your 1 share every month, then you can start looking at, how do I get the next 2 shares? As you can see on the graphic, you need 2 of those legs to hit 500, and then you need 3 additional legs at 300. So, a total of 5 legs. All of them need to be on 100 ER value, PV, and then 2 at OGV at 500 and 3 at OGV at 300. And then to totally max out the Rising Star team bonus, you need a total of 7 legs. 7 legs also matches what it needs for a Royal Crown Diamond. So, based off this model, you don't ever need to go wider than 7 legs on ER. As long as they all continue to order 100 PV themselves, just keep growing that team. As you can see, the top 2 need to be at 1,000 OGV. Then you need 2 below that at 500, and 3 more below that at 300. So as you can see, that's how you build the team. And I would definitely use these. Don't get too wide. Don't wait. I'm waiting for a builder and keep stacking people wider. Grow your own legs. Young Living pays you to grow others, and that's even noticeable. In some of their contests they're doing. The Win the Cruise ship that they announced during Rally Day. It was all about you get points for growing people underneath you also. So that's what Young Living wants you to do. They want you to grow as a team, not just one person grow to the top.
Well, and just to kind of piggyback off of that, so something that I wasn't very good at it when I first started, and we didn't really understand it. And within the last, I want to say 1.5 years, we've really focused on this. When I sign someone up and I place them, I'm placing them 4 or 5 deep because I'm 20 plus wide. I don't need to be any wider. And the people who are on Century Rewards, it always comes down to education. So my first goal when they sign up, get them on Century Rewards, talk to them, love them. And then if I need someone to stack, I'm stacking under those people who are on Century Rewards. And the conversation goes similar to, hey, you're ordering every month. Do you want your oils for free? And they're going to be like, yes. And be like, perfect, let's do this. And I start talking to them. I'm not building their business for them. I'm helping them get their order for free, and I'm teaching them the business side. And that's where we've had a lot of new builders really kind of blossom and bloom, because they're like, well, this is amazing. I'm getting my oils for free. And then they want to turn around and help like their mom. We have a lot of people who signed up moms, sisters, aunts, family members who, well, I don't know if they can really afford it. And we're like, well, get them on Century Rewards and help them. And that's where it's really started to generate. We've seen a lot of growth.
And for the same fact of not getting too wide, that's why when we do take advantage of the spouse kit, I will probably be placed under a leg, not built as a new leg all by myself, because that's not going to help our team.
Nope. Yeah. So, and that's something we can, discuss very briefly on here and the benefits of that. But August 1st, our spouses are able to have their own business and buy their own starter kit. All right, so stop sharing. Let me pull you want to do the compensation plan? We've kind of talked about it in circles. Or fast start, we've talked about.
I think we've hit them all.
Right, yeah, we're almost right at that. I wanted to keep this pretty short. So let's open it up. Questions, if anybody has comments regarding strictly the compensation plan or needs, or you guys don't necessarily understand something about it. Okay.
Melissa, you got a look on your face.
Yeah, ask away. There's no stupid question.
Funny, I just asked my husband what he was using the laundry detergent because it stinks in my house now. But it smells better than his work, so I'm like, oh, what is it? And he said it's OxyClean because. But the big thing is grease like grease from drains of businesses. You need, he needs to use like the thieves doesn't cut through that.
He
Unfortunately.
He owns a sewer,
Yep.
like a sewer plumbing company.
I guarantee living on the farm and some of the stuff that we've had caked on us, we can help you find what would work that would be a little bit more, not only eco-friendly, but better for your guys' health. All right.
That's the only thing that gets washed in that. That's the only thing. Everything else gets washed in thieves. So, but it was one of those things. I made the face because I was like, oh, the wash smells and I could smell my wash machine. So
I was like, what is going through Melissa's head right now?
Yeah. So do you guys all, I mean, because looking at the list here, everyone here does have an organization and downline. Do you guys all feel comfortable talking through what we talked through tonight to your people? Because that's the biggest thing, is being duplicable. I can host these classes every single night, and if it's not getting to the majority of our members, then we failed. So I want to make sure you guys are comfortable discussing this. Anybody?
I'm actually sitting down with 2 of my girls, hopefully the beginning of next week, and talking the compensation plan. So,
and all of this is on the Dropbox. Sorry, Elaine. So if you guys need these graphics, they're on the Dropbox, and I will add them to the class.
Mm-hmm.
The larger graphic of the comp plan is usually what I have in front of me when I'm talking to people, because it breaks it down at every single level, and it doesn't allow you to forget anything. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then let me know, and I can make sure you have a copy of that.
Yeah,
okay.
If it's the same one that I think you're talking about, I have it in that same folder, and I'll add it to the class also. So, okay. So everyone is good. You guys all understand how to earn money. I would just like to share really, really briefly some of the benefits of silver and hitting silver. And with Elaine being on here, she can completely add to it. So one of the reasons, my personal goal is to get every single one of our business builders at least to silver. And there's a couple different reasons. You get to walk the stage at convention.
That is amazing.
It is amazing.
Just FYI.
Okay. You get to meet some of the other silvers. You get special privileges, like we had our own silver check-in line. We had our own silver product pickup line at convention. It is really, really cool, which I mean, I know those don't necessarily affect your paycheck. So let's talk about how silver affects your paycheck. For hitting silver, you get a generational bonus. It's about $140. Every silver underneath of you, for 5 generations, you get $140. So say Elaine silver, underneath her Karen silver, underneath her Melissa silver, right there, every single one of you, I get $140 for. All right, gold, that doubles. So can you imagine if everyone was gold? All right. Also on top of that, the financial freedom. I know personally we've talked to quite a few people, and for us, we've seen it. Having that $2,500 paycheck a month has really honestly been life-changing. It's that gap between financially being tight or, you know, struggling or whatever, to really honestly starting to find freedom and getting to be able to do some things. So for me, that's always a goal with our members, is being able to help them financially. The farm. Who wants to go? Elaine and I are going in September. Who wants to go on an all expense paid trip to the farm for 4 days?
Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't?
Right? So we're in a silver group specifically for the silver retreat. And I mean, they're talking meals. You get swag. We're going to get oils. We get to go to the farm. We get meals. All of our transportation is completely on Young Living, and they're going to spoil us like no tomorrow. And so for that, not only they are investing back into you, they're filling you back up, because I know a lot of us pour ourselves out into our members a lot. All right. It's incredible. So silver is really one of those ranks where I really want to encourage you guys to get to and get your members to it. So that's my silver spiel, because silver is incredible. It's so much fun.
I will say too, like access to leader lines
Yes.
So you're not waiting on for regular customer service, has been huge for me and my team because I'm able to help you guys out a lot easier. Access to, where did my brain just go? Oh, they do monthly calls for Silver and above. So we have monthly calls with Young Living, and they usually have guest speakers, or they talk about a different topic every month. So you get more education, you get more resources. When I started having access to some of those silver things, I was like, oh, this would have been so helpful at Star. But the company starts investing more in you as a builder. And so you get more access to grow yourself, to grow your team, to help others. And so I find that hugely beneficial and is one of my, outside of the trips, because you guys know I love traveling, right? And once we get to Diamond, we get a free trip every single year. Yes, every single year. Outside of the trips, I am really enjoying the personal development that I'm getting from Young Living and the fact that they're investing more in me now because I hit that level. And so all of you guys are coming with me. We're all going to be silver. I want all of you guys to have that.
Right. Absolutely. And it's been so fun. All right. That's all we had for the comp plan. We wanted to really keep it simple and make it simple for our members. So unless anybody has anything else. All right, guys. Well, you know how to reach out, message, post on the groups if you guys need anything. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.